Do we really think all of this happens? Players start going, yeah, I was offered $100K, like Nate Robinson said. Or LeBron says, yep, I was offered to become rich if I went to college. Do we really believe all of this is happening? And yet here's Sean Miller going, I am clean. I never did that. This is defamatory. No. There is so much smoke. The entire industry knows that the sport is dirty. The entire sport knows the sport is dirty. This stuff doesn't come out of nowhere. And I've said this all along. We've got recruiting violations that go back to UNLV, that go back to the Fab Five at Michigan. We've got recruiting violations that go back to SMU in the 80s in football. Marcus Dupree all over the place, wherever he was getting payments from. And this is now 30, 40 years. Do you think suddenly all of that dried up, that it's no longer the Wild West? Of course not. We know that these types of things have happened for a long time. We know that there's been people that have been giving handouts to players, recruits, from boosters, from donors, from people within the administration forever. And suddenly the FBI probe goes, oh, and now we're going in. And we're supposed to believe, oh, you know what? Maybe they got Sean Miller wrong. He's part of something. If he's discussing payment, it's because there's payments to be made by somebody out there. Maybe this is Arizona, the one time they didn't do it. Or maybe Arizona never does it. But I'm just saying, Sean Miller's going to say, you can't pin me on this. And Arizona's going to say, you can't pin us on this. And that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. And it doesn't even mean that they didn't do it. It just means there's not the evidence to actually convict them. But I'm going to tell you this. For every Louisville and Arizona and every other school that comes down the pike in the middle of this, because you know there's going to be a ton more schools and a ton more coaches, I believe the reports instead of the coaches, because I know that the infrastructure of college basketball has been corrupted and has been broken for a long time. And I believe the big picture, and I'm not getting caught up in semantics of the small picture. I'm not saying Arizona and Louisville are definitely guilty. I'm just saying the overall picture is right. And once we start going down wormholes of saying, well, I guess maybe it's not happening. No, it is happening. It's just who can get convicted on the evidence.